Now I'm gone, and suddenly they want me around. I sat there watching city lights blur together like broken promises in neon. Funny how silence becomes the loudest thing when the noise is gone. You thought silence meant peace, until it started echoing everything you tried to forget. You stayed kind, stayed present, hoping they'd notice. They did. They just didn't care. They saw the loyalty, the sacrifices, the love that stayed even when you were spat on, and they walked right past it. You were gold they threw away for plastic. You kept softening your voice, pretending your bleeding was just a scratch. But what did it cost you to keep answering people who'd stopped hearing you? It wasn't love. It was survival. You were in a war they weren't even fighting. You stayed, and now you can't sleep, can't eat, still wanting to prove yourself to those who laughed while you drowned. You gave warmth for free, and they came running only when their own world went cold. You were a fire. They took your heat and left you in ashes. Your mistake, thinking no response meant weakness. Silence is power when you use it right, not to beg, not to chase, but to disappear so they feel the cold you once kept away. You were the anchor and they tossed you, and only when you stop showing up will they feel the weight of what's gone. When you go silent, they'll say you've changed. No, you healed. You stitched your wounds while they danced in someone else's light. You stopped bleeding for people who fed off your pain. They'll call you selfish, cold, distant. The truth? You just stopped being available. Revenge isn't in your words, it's in your absence. You let the betrayal build you into someone unrecognizable. You walk so far ahead they feel like a shadow in a life you barely remember. And when they come back, and they will, don't answer. Let the silence answer for you. They'll sit in noisy rooms haunted by the quiet you left behind. They'll miss the version of you that doesn't exist anymore. They didn't walk away from you. They lost you. That's the consequence. Sadness without purpose is poison. Sadness with purpose is fuel. You turn pain into strategy. You show up one day in peace and power, and they'll feel it. Not your anger, but your evolution. People don't listen when you speak. They listen when you vanish. You're not angry. You're unavailable. You protect your soul now. And when they try to come back, you don't speak. You don't explain. You let them choke on the memory of who you were and learn they'll never get that person back. They thought your silence meant you were waiting, like you'd sit there forever, hands open, hoping they'd finally see you. They didn't realize your silence wasn't patience. It was work. Quiet, deliberate, dangerous work. While they were out wasting time, you were shedding old skin, healing wounds, and building a version of yourself they'd never have access to again. You didn't announce your exit. No slamming doors, no final speech. Just a slow, steady withdrawal. Mind first, then heart, then body. And by the time they noticed, you were long gone. That's what cut the deepest. You didn't fight. You didn't beg. You didn't send essays trying to make them understand. You simply vanished. And when the chaos they chased lost its thrill, when the games stopped being fun, that's when they felt it. The teeth in your silence. Nothing haunts a person more than being ignored by the one who used to carry them, not just help them, but carry them through storms they never acknowledged. Now they replay every moment you showed up for them, every sacrifice you made without asking for thanks. It hits harder now because they know they'll never feel that kind of love again. You don't find someone twice who understands your silence, who hears pain in your eyes, who gives without keeping score. That's once-in-a-lifetime energy, and they treated it like a convenience. The kind of presence you gave, priceless. And now it's gone. Your absence became a mirror, one that cracked their ego and shredded their pride. Suddenly they want closure, want conversations, want one last chance to explain. But closure isn't a right, it's a privilege, and they never earned it. What they did earn was your absence, your distance, your refusal to give clarity to people who gave you confusion. You stopped showing up not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You realized the truth. They didn't miss you. They missed how you made their life easier. They didn't want you back. They wanted the comfort, the stability, the safety they lost. And if you returned, it would just be a rerun of your own downfall. They'll call you cold now, say you've changed. They'll dress their regret in nostalgia, sending "Hey stranger" messages late at night. But you're not the same. You're steel now where they used to burn you. You're no longer soft in places that once bled for them. They'll try to replace you, but nothing will hit the same. Every laugh that sounds like yours will feel hollow. Every kindness they receive will lack depth. They'll meet people who smile for the surface but never reach the soul. And they'll remember you, not as a lover or a friend, but as the standard they can't meet again. But you're done pouring into empty hands. You've learned that love without reciprocity is just slow self-destruction. Silence taught you that. It became your armor, your language, your protection. You no longer begged to be seen in rooms you lit up just by existing. They thought you'd always be there. Now they scroll through old memories like crime scenes, searching for the moment they lost you. But it wasn't one moment. It was a slow erosion. Every ignored plea, every dismissal of your feelings, every time they let you drown while they stood on shore, until there was nothing left of the you they loved. And when you finally went quiet, they didn't hear the funeral bells. But they hear them now, in the stillness, in the absence, in the echo of what they'll never touch again. Your silence isn't empty. It's full of truth, full of boundaries, full of the power you reclaimed the day you stopped explaining yourself. You didn't just leave, you evolved. And that's the one thing they'll never get over.